Gary Null has brought to the public powerful, powerful images that will remain with us for a very long time about situations that many of us have not paid adequate attention to.
It was the most astounding documentary I have ever seen.
It was a great film. Learned a lot. Powerful documentary from beginning to end.
Thank you very much, Gary, for informing us about information that we had no idea even existed.
I say thank you to Dr. Null. I'm inspired by your work, and I want to say you're on the front lines of very important issues, and you give faces and voices to people, especially tonight in this movie about the veterans, people who normally don't have voices, and I'm very grateful for your work.
I've been a nurse for over 36 years, and I've seen people who have gotten the bad consequences of the bad choices they've made, conscious choices that they've made in their lives. But I've never seen people who went into a mission fighting for their country thinking and assuming that for all of that work they were going to get some kind of support when they got home, to see the raw truth that they have no support and they have nowhere to go. It's opened my eyes, and I know I have a new resolve to help these people in any way that I can. Thank you.
I'm a Vietnam veteran. I was very touched the way Gary talked today. I didn't realize there were so many guys out there going through this turmoil and all these problems. And I say, God bless you, Gary, for what you're doing, what you're trying to do.
I just want to say thank you for exposing the truth about what's happening to the veterans.
I want to thank you, Dr. Null, for all of your work. I appreciate everything that you've done for us. I want you to continue to keep fighting for us. And you've made me aware that I need to think twice when I see another homeless person and do something. Thank you.
I want to thank Dr. Null for the important work that he does. And this has really opened my eyes, and this information really needs to get to all our legislatures, all the people in government, and make them, get everyone, the nation, everybody aware that this is happening out here to our veterans.
Thank you for making this film. I think if everyone in America saw this film, we wouldn't be able to raise a volunteer army, and I think that would be a really good thing.
The way our veterans are being treated is just a reflection of the way the people in charge really are.
I thought the film was great. It goes a long way to exposing a problem that has been kind of invisible up to now. But if we can keep spreading the word about it, then maybe the veterans and the problems along with that will be exposed, and we can work to fixing the problem.
It's appalling the way America treats her veterans. We're just a nation of hypocrites. We drive around with the support our troops ribbons on our SUVs, and look at how we treat our vets.
Thank you for making such a compelling documentary. I've been observing the issue of veterans in our country for the past 2 or 3 years, and I actually now am extremely motivated to act, and I wouldn't have felt this way if I hadn't seen this comprehensive documentary.
I was a homeless vet, and I'm a veteran about 2 years ago. I have housing now, but this film needed it. I was glad I saw this because it shows really the plight of all veterans. And I know veterans who've given everything and they're homeless, and I'm doing whatever I can to help them and support them, because they do need a lot of our support. And America needs to see this.
I'm a Vietnam vet. Perhaps a little bit different perspective on this than others, in as much as I've worked for over 15 years with my hands-on as a body worker, massage therapist with homeless vets. Gary's given us an opportunity to project this out into our society so that people who weren't aware will be aware. And we have to take that awareness and make the changes.
It was a great documentary showing one of the several tardy, shameful facets of American life. Thank you very much, Gary.
I have probably a little different perspective on this. My father was a master sergeant in the military, and he's actually told me recently about some tent cities that are in Alabama. and that he would go visit the people there. But I think this movie just gets to the heart of what is really going on, the fact that people, that you will see them talk about, we need to feed the children here and do this and that, you know, but you will never see a story about homeless vets, and that these people are giving their lives, yet you never see that they need help too. And it's because the vets are only there to be wrapped in an American flag and make people feel good and, you know, oh yes, we have to go fight, because their purpose is really only to go and make war in these countries. And you'll never hear anything about caring for these people.
I'm extremely saddened and ashamed of my ignorance to these issues, but very, very thankful that I have been awakened to them now. And I look forward to sharing this story.
When I watch documentaries like this, it just empowers me more, and I'm really appreciative of the knowledge that I've learned today, and I will, whether they like it or not, share this with as many people as possible.
If everyone in the United States sees this movie, I'll guarantee you there will be no volunteers for any military service, and that's when the peace will begin again. Thank you.
Enjoyed the movie. I think it's a movie that everyone needs to see before they enlist in the Army.
I thought that this was a very powerful film. It was another example of good filmmaking that mainstream media simply will not do. These people are our neighbors. They helped fight for this country, and I think we need to help them.
I'm a volunteer with the United War Veterans Council, and I would love to get this message out to them because this is really excellent.
I think it's a very, very powerful movie.
Very thought-provoking.
I thought the film's important because it sort of cuts through the propaganda associated with American militarism. And I think the issue of the homeless veteran in particular sort of shatters predominant illusions about the glory of the military and war and whatnot. So, as a young person who began anti-war activism, I think when I was 17 or 18, 7 years later, I think it's important that things like this are getting out to young people.
It's illuminating, as are all Gary Null productions, and very sad, very tragic.
Felt the film was very respectfully done, very compassionately done, and thoroughly researched, and helped me. I got a lot of reactions to it, but it helped me reconcile the idea of that you could be against the war, but in support of the veterans.